So the peas are ready. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pick them, and then I'm going to take you on a farm tour and show you everything and how it's growing. Let's go ahead and get these picked so we can get to the fun stuff. So the peas we're picking today is just the peas on the outer of this bed, and I planted peas and spinach here, and they did great. I planted the peas with tomato cages. As you can see there, they went above and beyond the tomato cages. Next year I'll probably figure out something different. I use a pair of pruners because I don't want to damage the plant, because they are ripening or maturing from the bottom up. And the upper parts, the peas aren't as big yet or full, so I don't want to damage the plant. So like I said, I'm using these snips. It's working out beautiful, and there's quite a few peas here. Now my family doesn't eat a lot of peas. What we mainly do is that we'll hide them in soups and stuff and use them in a recipe. Now, how to determine if your peas are ready, they need to be really full. Let me find one that's not so full here. This won't work. Sacrifice this one. And you can see the difference. This one's really full, this one's not so much. Now I open up the fuller one, and your peas are lined up beautifully all together, big and plump. Open up the not so full one, and then you can see how small they are and that they're not touching each other. So you don't really want, you want the biggest pea for your harvest, so you want to make sure it's big, plump, and full. Alright, there's quite a few more here that I need to pick. I got this many so far, not even halfway done. I'll go down this side, and then I'll go on the inner side and work on that also. But I'll be right back, show you the harvest, and then we'll take that farm tour. I got them done. Pretty good harvest for the little bit of peas that we have growing. Of course, they're still blooming. They still have pea pods on the plants, so we'll be getting plenty more harvests. This will probably yield about a cup of peas once I haul them and weigh them. And that will be a perfect portion to put in a bag, put it in the freezer, put it in the dehydrator, whatever we want to do. So, there's that. Yep, you can always tell when it's hot outside when your camera gets foggy when you come outside. So it's hot. But I wanted to do a garden tour. Ugh. We're gonna try to keep it from blurring. We'll see how this goes. We might have to leave this outside for a little bit. I'll be back. This is now take 3 of trying to film a garden tour for you all. The first one, the lens kept fogging up, second one I didn't have the mic on. So, take 3. Let's try this again. The container garden is doing okay. The lettuce, I have 3 carrots that did come up. The sweet potatoes, squash, a little bit of green onions, a tomato plant, and some potatoes. And the radishes really didn't do any good at all. But I figured out my problem is when I planted this and I just put it all on the sides, it was so nice and neat and everything, I forgot that there was an awning up here. So as much rain as we've had, that awning protected all these plants from getting water. So I had to move what I could out, try to save as much as possible. And I still don't know how they'll do. I think the sweet potatoes and the potatoes are going to do alright. Not sure about everything else, but it's a learning experience. I'm not used to growing in containers. I'm an experienced gardener for years, but even the most well-known gardeners make mistakes and stuff just doesn't grow as it would elsewhere. I planted the lemon tree. Remember, it got frostbit a while back. We're good. It's still thriving. But I upplanted it from this pot to this one. So hopefully it will take off. I do need to trim a little bit. My flowers are doing fantastic. The cabbage patch and pea patch here is doing great. As you can tell, we've had a little bit of a cabbage moth problem, but I think we got that under control with some organic spray. I did DEM one time, and I haven't had to do it anymore. But they're starting to form good heads. I've already got a picking of peas off of these. Those are snow peas. You just eat the pod and all. Same over here, snow peas. And I need to do some harvesting. We did really well. Figured out what variety does best here in my zone, which is 6AB. Which is zone 6, let's just say that. We're right on the line of A and B. We got plenty of broccoli to pick. There's a couple plants that didn't do anything, which you'll have that. I just let them grow just to see. My onions, these are the onions I started from seed. They're doing really well. I need to fertilize them one more time before they start bulbing up. Here's our cauliflower and Swiss chard bed. Everything is doing really well in here. I've been going through here and getting the leaves off. Let me show you how well it's doing. That's just stuff on it. This needs harvested. A little trick is what I do is to blanch. To make sure your cauliflower is getting blanched, is I just take, let me show you which one needs it. That one's gone. Well, this one could start. Okay, we'll start with this one. So I will take an underleaf off of the plant, like so, and make like a, break it so it kind of forms a box. Then I'll take these leaves and go like this, and then put this one down and over, so that blocks the sun, and that blocks the sun and makes sure that that cauliflower is going to stay white. It needs picked. Like, lots of these need harvested, which I'll probably do this week because it's going to be so hot. We can't do a whole lot. I'm going to change this leaf. And it's just a good way to use the materials the plant gave itself. There you go. And that's how I do that. My sweet peas are doing great. Already harvested one. The spinach underneath is done. Spence took it out. I'm not sure what I'm going to plant in here next. The strawberries are done. The asparagus is done. Berries are coming on really, really well. These are our tame blackberries. Uh-oh. Another pest. To get that under control. This is the new grapevine. It's only been here. This is its second year. It is trying to group some grapes. They're falling off. Not sure if I'll have any from that this year. Probably shouldn't have anyways. Now, one little kiwi left. At least it bloomed. At least we know it bloomed. Let's hope the birds will leave us alone. We'll get a kiwi. That'd be great. They're all doing so well this year. I just turned off the cooling system in here. Yeah, it is hot. Lettuce is doing great. I'm not going to walk all the way down there. As you can see, I just turned off the cooling system. That will not be there in a little bit. The lettuce, peppers, everything is doing great in here. This week is really going to test it. Beans, that is going to be above 90 all week. But I got some peppers, some of the purple beauties. They're doing great. They're blooming like they should and producing like they should. So we should have peppers before long. Hot already, I'm sweating. And I ain't been out here that long talking to y'all. But anyways, the cooling system I'll turn on every so often when it's hot, trying to keep it cool in there, and because when you wet something down it stays cooler. But here's our plot that we have ready for corn, which I'm going to get planted this week, hopefully early in the mornings. I just wanted to show you the difference. I planted onions up here in this weed row, which is weeds right now. I had been keeping it really clean, but you can see there's onions, 2 rows all the way up and down here. They're doing really well. As you can see, the onions are doing really well up in here. Well, starting to bulb up. I need to fertilize them one more time. But the difference between the broccoli up here and the broccoli down there is staggering. I walk down here and then you can see, oh, this is so wet. Oh, oh no. Oh no. So there's more broccoli down there that needs picked. Yep, I'm not going to be able to plant that right now. It's going to have to dry up a little bit more. It's on a slope. It is just clay soil here, guys. It's a big challenge, but we're figuring it out little by little. The tomatoes in the greenhouse are doing fantastic. Cucamelons are doing great. And we should have some tomatoes before long. Yep, we need to get some water on them. Ooh, it is hot in here, y'all. So the object to the gardening this week is just to keep everything alive and cool. Like I said, it's supposed to have a heat index of over 105, possibly 110. Just keeping everything from bolting would be the thing to do. But this evening I'm going to go ahead and harvest the broccoli and the cauliflower that is ready. And that way I'll have something to do when it's hot outside tomorrow. I can put that in the freezer. Let me know how you all store your broccoli and cauliflower. I was wanting to can some, but all I've read that the only way you can can it is if you pickle it. And I'm not sure if we want that much pickled cauliflower or broccoli. So let me know. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Stay cool, and y'all come back.